guys, we are back with a review.
Review of Selena the series.
Selena.
You know, some people say Selena.
I say Selena.
You say Selena?
Yeah.
But if you say it in Spanish, it's Selena. Like in the movie, there's that one scene where it says, oh, Selenas.
Selenas.
Anyway, let's talk about Selena the series. We've been watching it all week. We finally finished watching it, and we were excited to review this. We're excited for it to come out.
Yeah.
Because I think we're both big fans of Selena, the singer, icon, legend, very tragic story that she has.
Yeah.
So let's talk about this, Linda. Let's start with you. What did you think about the series?
I dislike it and I liked it. And why I say that is because I dislike a lot the first 5 episodes, 6 episodes. I was like, this is wrong.
Why?
They really did this wrong. They chose the wrong person to play Selena. Okay?
Oh,
I'm sorry, but I believe I am one of those people that just don't think that they did the best job to get the right woman, the right actress to play Selena. Okay, there is many other actors, and I'm not saying she's not good enough. She's beautiful. She's she does have this silhouette. I mean, she can use a little more curves.
She's also Mexican American.
She's also Mexican American, which is the same thing as Selena, right? She was Mexican American.
Yep.
But it's just not there, okay? Selena was a woman that, no one can be like Selena. Let's get that straight, okay? Let's not ask for the impossible, because that's impossible,
I was going to say that. Let's not ask for the impossible.
Okay, so let's not ask for the impossible, because Selena was like the one and only woman
There's only one Selena.
Right? It's only one. Her body was perfection. Her voice,
her voice was incredible.
Right. Beautiful, amazing, right? Her moves, her charisma, the way she talked, the way she sang. Anyway.
She wasn't just a star. Selena was a superstar.
Superstar. Right. So it's really hard to fill in that role, right? Jennifer Lopez did a pretty good job, but, I don't know. So at the end, the last 3 episodes, I think I kind of changed how I felt. I think I got better. I think I got to the point where I'm like, okay, they're adding a little more fun. They're adding a little more like capturing with the story. It's just it's so many things to say, right? It's like not just about Selena. It's about the whole thing, the whole beginning of the movie. I felt like it was all more about how the father was like doing all this, which you don't know the story. You don't know this whole background because the movie didn't cover that. So we're learning a lot about their story, how they struggle, how it was really hard, which is really, incredible to see that, how they went from like nothing, even like the scene when he's embarrassed to get food stamps and he's sending the kid, like that to me was a really good scene. But then they went to, become something big, and this is just the first season. There's going to become more seasons, but I just wish they would have done a so much better job at the beginning to capture the audience, because that's why so much negativity, it's just so much like people that don't like it and people that like it, and people like me. I'm a hard fan of Selena, but I still stand that I did not like the first episodes. I don't like the last 3 episodes of this whole
You only like the
show.
last 3
Yes, that's it. And, I can go on the reasons why, but it will be too long. So, that's it.
Okay. All right. So that's a fair review. That's your opinion. Like watching a show like this and reviewing it is very subjective. Nobody's right or wrong. Everybody's looking at it from a different perspective. So that's your review. My review is a little bit more mixed. To me, it really depends on from what point of view you're looking at it. From when I first started watching the show, I was looking at it from the point of view of almost comparing it to the movie, where the movie was really centered around Selena, and it was more about the later years in her life before the tragedy happened. Okay, so in the movie we got to see more of the Selena that most of the people know, which was like the superstar Selena.
Right.
In the show, they go way back.
They
go way back to when she was a little girl. And in the beginning of the show, it centers more around the family and around the father and what he's going through to, number one, keep the family afloat. You know, they lost the family business, the restaurant. So this is a lot of spoilers here we're talking. So make sure you watch the show first before you watch this. So they lost the restaurant. They had to stay in somebody's house. So the show is mainly about the father keeping the family together while also keeping the dream alive. Keeping his dream alive, you know? Like one of his cousins was like, why don't you go drive a truck or something, you know?
Right.
And he was like, well, I could keep driving a truck for 5 years and guess what? I'm still going to be driving a truck. But Selena, she has a future. He believed in his daughter from the beginning.
From the beginning.
From the beginning. So, you know, when I first started watching the show, I was like, man, this show is like too much about the father, too much about the brother, not enough about Selena. Not enough about Selena, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But then once I finished watching the show, then I understood why they did that.
Yeah.
I understood why they focused so much on the father and the brother and everybody else because they were integral. They're like a huge part of the story. Selena wouldn't have gotten to the point where she was
without them.
I mean, the brother wrote like como una flor. The brother wrote that, and in the movie you don't get that sense. In the movie you don't understand that the brother was like so stressed out, and the father was putting all this pressure on him. I felt bad for the guy.
Exactly, like
you know what I'm saying.
Like I just want to say, like exactly, I forgot to say that. Like that's one thing that nobody, I didn't know how much her brother did, you know, to get her where she is. Which we didn't know that, and that's something that I think is really good about the show.
Yeah, and it's really good. And then, like I said, you know, I've read some reviews about it, and they're like, "Oh, Selena was the second character in her own TV show." And I understand what they're coming from if they just watched the first couple of episodes. But when you watch the whole series as a whole, I think at the end it pays off that the father was such a strong figure because guess what? When he finds out about Selena and Chris, it becomes like this huge deal because by that point in the series, you know what kind of character Abraham is. You know he's not going to mess around. You know it's like this tension building up because they build up the father to be like this strong force, right? This strong personality. And then you know that when he finds out, it's going to like, you know, stuff's gonna hit the fan.
It did.
Right. And then slowly it starts to transition from focusing on the father and the brother to focusing on Selena, leading up to the second season. So when you see it as a whole, I understand it. I appreciate it more, and I appreciate that they showed what this family went through to get to the point in which they got. Because some people think success is overnight, but they were doing this for like 14 years. You know, before they actually broke through. So I started enjoying the series. I started seeing it from a different perspective, as you like you said. Christian Serratos, the actress that plays Selena, right? Is she the best actress they could have found for her? I'm not sure. I'm not sure how many thousands of people they auditioned for this role. I'm sure thousands of people auditioned for this role. And, you know, no matter who they pick at the end of the day, everybody they would have chosen would have fell short because there's nobody like Selena. There's nobody. You can't win this. Whatever actress they would have picked, nobody would have been happy. And I think J-Lo got the closest to pulling it off because she herself is a superstar.
Yeah.
And J-Lo carries herself like a superstar. And she has the charisma of a superstar. Should they gotten maybe Selena Gomez? I don't know. Should they gotten like a Demi Lovato? I don't know. Should they gotten a Gina Rodriguez? I really don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I think we just got to appreciate what this actress is doing, give her the benefit of the doubt. Let's wait for season 2, see how that plays out, and just enjoy the ride.
I agree with you. I mean, at first, I'm not going to lie, I was very negative. I was I wasn't even so into it. Like I'm like, okay, let's watch it because we want to review it. But you're right. Everything line up to the end of first season, and it makes sense.
Right.
Okay, it makes sense for them to go so way back, for them to focus on all these characters, especially the father and the brother, more the father, in order to build up to the end of the first season. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. I totally get it. And like you said, let's hope that, this girl, she will embrace more Selena. And I think she is towards the end of the season. And we'll see what happens. But
she just gotta gain a little weight. Eat some cheeseburgers. That's it. Just gain a little weight, girl. Just fill it out a little bit. Just fill it out. You know what I'm saying?
Fill it up a little bit of the bomb. Eat a lot of avocados.
Avocados is good. Good for the diet.
A lot of squats.
Yep.
A lot of weights.
Yeah, just hit the weight room, But otherwise, she's doing her best. She's a good actress.
She has a nice body.
I'm gonna give it a benefit of the doubt. You know what I'm saying? And just give the show a shot. You watch the whole series before you judge it fully. Some people just watching the first 2 episodes. They're like, this sucks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
that was us.
Don't do that.
That was
don't do that. Just watch the whole thing first, then judge it.
So
So that's our review. I'm looking forward to season 2.
Me too. Totally. Because I want to know the specific details, how she became bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah, and they end the season where they meet this lady, and it's so hard to watch. You know what I'm saying? It's so sad.
It's
when I think about Selena, it's just like she's such an icon, but her story is so tragic.
It is.
It just makes me sad.
It really is.
It really makes me sad.
I think
because for people who love her music, for the Latino community, she was such a huge presence and inspiration.
Well said.
Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Leave us a comment. Were you a huge fan of Selena? Did you love her music? What is your favorite song? Let us know. Mine is Como una flor.
Como me duele.
Yes. Classic.
Como una flor.
Classic.
Tanto amor.
See you guys in the next one. Peace.